GMG, and we are live with Value Vibes podcast with your hosts, Zircon and Soul Investor and myself, where we're going to talk about NFTs, where we're going to basically talk about some crazy news that just happened today. I just found out about it. I'm sure all you guys just found about it. So we have to dig into what's happening with MonkeDAO. It seems like they have finally made a deal. They finally shook hands. And we're also going to talk about some other stuff like Mad Labs art, what's happening with Taiyo pilots, maybe the CPI data, and lots of other things as well. What's up? What's happening, Zircon? How you doing, man?
Everything's fine, Phil. After a few weeks of lots of things to cover today, we have some. I would say less topics, but bigger, because we are talking about SMBs finally being reacquired by MonkeDAO, which is a big thing. We have some news on Taiyo pilots as well. You also mentioned it. We have NFT NYC, and there's a lot of things going on right now, but there's like a few of them really big. That's what I would say this week is about. There's not much mints, at least not on my agenda, unless I'm missing something. And I don't have much else to add. Just a few things to cover today.
Yeah, for sure, man. What's happening, Soul Investor?
Uh, Pretty much the same, man. I'm actually just researching some stuff for CPI for tomorrow. But look, volume on the NFT market's down. Fair enough. It seems to be flowing to only a few projects. But the crypto market's looking healthy. Bitcoin's above 30K, if I'm not mistaken. So, hey, it's a good day for everyone, I guess.
Sure. And we also have to talk about Oogies as well and what's going on with them. Now, I think we should really start off with the kicker, the spice. MonkeDAO. I mean, we went through the dramas ourselves. We picked it up. That was like basically like the news picking up on just some crazy events that goes on with politics. I felt like we were kind of in the same boat with MonkeDAO. It's always something happening every week. It was great. I'm gonna miss it, but it's over. It's over, guys. We can't talk about this anymore. But what just happened? Well, yeah, maybe that. I hope it keeps going. But what just happened was MonkeDAO, they had a proposal of 2 million, a buyout of Solana Monkey business from HateSwap, and it has been achieved. Approval quorum. It was basically a yes votes. And I can show you right here. It's pretty crazy on how this happened. I mean, you had HGE.Sol, you had Soul Big Brain involved, and you have, of course, the big man himself, Nam, the legendary Nam that helped solve this as well. All right, Zircon, did you see this coming? Honest truth.
No, I mean, I thought it could happen because there was really a lot of pressure from MonkeDAO, but I didn't expect it. It's the same situation like it was with Kleinos. I thought it would happen like maybe late 2023 with more pressure, more events happening. I think I have a little hunch that maybe the drama around HGE put some extra pressure, and he just let it be. I have enough on my. I have enough going on right now to have to worry about more drama with SMBs. That's what I think. I don't know if it's right or not, but I think that might have speed things up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you. I did not see this coming, but I want to see what Soul Investor says here. I would say he probably saw this coming. What do you say, Soul Investor?
Actually, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No. I mean, look, HGE was getting a lot of hate. So there was that possibility, and with MonkeDAO creating their own collection, we spoke about this in length. There wouldn't be any value to SMB without the MonkeDAO. So it's great to see that they've come to an agreement. I suspect HGE might have taken a bit of a blow financially. Probably peanuts compared to him. A lot of money.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was like, peanuts. This
But
is like
I'm
me
glad to see it's
trading
happened.
ABC from 2 to 1. But yeah, go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, no, but I'm glad to see it's happened. I'm glad to see it's happened, and SMB is above it's above 200 Sol now. So the market has spoken.
Yeah, for sure. And I honestly am excited personally for this. I've I've been with MonkeDAO for since 2021, and I've been just holding it down with that PFP for the longest time. Obviously, we just switched our PFPs right now. We're supporting a project of a good friend of ours, and just the way things have gone for 2 years, I didn't see this, man. I thought HG when HGE.Sol bought it, I thought it was over. I thought HGE.Sol was gonna do his thing, which I was like, okay, why not? Just he's got his plans, but the community of MonkeDAO really just put it out there and basically said, we really wanted this back. And HGE.Sol, to his credit, he worked with MonkeDAO. He basically really really showed about his product, not only like ABC's product in some way, but hate swap on how the proposal works. And the first thing was MonkeDAO, and I'm sure probably that's what he wanted to present as well. Is this is how this should work, decentralization, yada yada yada. So I would point out that HGSO did his part. Good for him. Do you guys do you agree, Zircon?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, uh, after all the drama we've seen, I think it's just the right choice. Let it
Yeah.
be. Let's merge. I don't know what's gonna happen now. I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna drop the collection anyway, but there was like extra value added to just the monkeys as a collection if SMBs weren't in the IP rights of SMBs or in hate swap. But now I we're well we go back to like how much 3-4 months ago when the monkeys first sneak peek was dropped, that I don't know what's gonna happen now. I mean, they obviously are gonna give some value to the monkeys as well, but I don't know how they're gonna play it.
Well, I am glad you brought the monkeys up because that is going to be something crazy. Soul
Yeah.
Investor, I know you're staring at this Twitter page right now of the monkeys, and you're just salivating all over it right now. With I do think that this is actually more bullish for the project, with the
Yeah.
monkeys being a part of this than being separated. Because something about this just like screams like a community built project. Because you have Ricky, you have Super Simon, these two guys like they really are like really working on this part. And Nam was really trying to help out on just the Monkey DAO side of things, just try and get the project together from Solana Monkey Business. So I do think this project is going to do a lot better. Soul Investor, I mean, kind of transition to the monkeys? What do you think right now with how this is going to play out now with the monkeys and Monkey DAO?
I still think the monkeys are going to. Sorry, I still think the monkeys are going to do really, really well. I don't think they're going to do as well as if HGE kept SMB and then the monkey DAO pivoted completely. So I do think this collection is going to do fantastically well. Just not as well as I thought previously before things had changed, but still fantastic collection.
Wow. So that came as a shock to me that you said that the monkeys are gonna basically they're not gonna do as best, right, as what they could have been if HG so just would have kept Solana Monkey Business.
You know,
Um,
I would say this: if HE kept SMB, I would assume monkeys would go over 150 Sol. Okay, that would be my sort of prediction. Not immediately, but it'll pump up close to 100 and start grinding up from there. But now that SMB is back in the monkey DAO, I sort of have the same feeling you're having. Maybe they hit 60 Sol, maybe 70 Sol. Who knows? But I don't see them hitting the 150 plus point, at least not anytime soon after mint.
Interesting perspective. That's why I like you, Soul Investor. You always bring out a different perspective on your side of the story. A couple, always puts me squared away from, from. Sometimes when I think of things, sometimes I'm like, "Come on, bullish," and then you're like, "Calm down, guy. We're gonna
No, but
let me throw some things out there."
But to be fair, you killed it with the Oogy trade. You got one up on me on that. You were so bullish on them, and they did really, really well. I was just kind of bullish on them.
Are you talking about like sarcastically with right now, or
No. I
or
mean,
like?
no, I didn't think I didn't think Oogie would ever break 20 soul. At least
Oh,
not
okay. So
initially.
also when they okay, I see what you're saying from the
Yeah,
beginning when they
Yeah. The
exactly,
first
exactly.
run.
I didn't think it was going to happen.
okay.
But you were right, and they flew all the way up to just above 30. So fair enough.
Yeah, man. Dude, Oogies, like when they first came out, like I felt it, man. I felt it the way I felt the gods, the way I felt Klanos. It was just I don't know what it was, but
Yeah.
it happens every so often. Sometimes I'm wrong, just like what I was with the Bonksies. But but Oogies,
I,
still it's go
I'm
ahead,
gonna
Sirkan.
say that even though the long run for Bonksies was terrible, we actually did money with and a lot of money with Bonksies. I think they reached 20 and they minted for like 4. So it wasn't a bad trade. It just, I mean, it was an NFT from a shitcoin. What do you expect? But
Guys, let me show you something. So, sorry, Phil, do you mind searching power grinders?
oh, power grinders.
Yeah,
I know that
so
those guys.
I'm actually in
I'm
this
hoping I
Discord
can find it.
if you guys want to
Is
get
this
that's the
it?
one. That's the one. Yeah. So this is a private Discord that is owned by NFT Doctor.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know it.
Yeah.
Massive DGOTS holder. So when Bonksies came out, I was actually talking to these guys in the Discord and they were trading it. I'd actually faded it, but one of the co-founders, Dara Sensei, he swept a bunch of them at 5 soul. And I just completely faded him on that call. I woke up the next day, I was sitting at 20. And I'm like, holy shit.
Oh man, they do got some sick art around this thing.
Oh, dude,
Wait,
I
is
don't
this?
know if he's going to drop a collection or if he's just going to let it ride. Sorry, like let the Discord just be what it is because the Discord's fantastic. I'm in it. I've been in it for months now.
Yeah.
But there's been no talk whatsoever about releasing a collection. So I don't know what's happening, but it's an awesome Discord to be in. If you guys do manage to get into it, try your best. The best way to get in is to know someone who's already in and get them to recommend you. It's a very special Discord in the sense that if you're not active, they will kick you.
Yeah, more likely,
But
I'm probably not going to request because I'll more likely get kicked out.
yeah, if you're
I
not
just
active,
write
they'll kick you.
GMs in the Discord every so often. Besides I talk every so often in there, but everything else, even MonkeDAO, I say GM. But I do want to bring up what we just talked
Yeah.
about. GM.
The
I
message
do want to bring
history
one.
of Phil's GM fam, GM guys.
We should make some T-shirts, GM T-shirts, GM T-shirts. But there's
the GM can be in small letters, and then the second one can be capital.
Oh, that would be awesome. We should, dude, merch. Nah.
Merch.
But all right,
Sorry,
so I really gotta bring this up because I know you just brought up Oogies, man. Oogies,
Oogies.
what? So we gotta talk about Oogies. Oogies just went through they kind of went through the God's path. I don't want to keep saying they went through their path
Oogies
of
path.
basically being the Oogies path of delaying the project, and I guess there was something that went wrong with their reveal, some developer issue probably. Soul Investor, I mean, do you know much about this, or did you see this coming? And after this, what do you see after this?
Okay, so if memory serves me well, what happened was there was a few issues with the reroll. Some people couldn't reroll, and when they tried to reroll, it didn't work. And secondly, there was one occasion where two people landed on the exact same NFT.
Oh,
So that was a big problem. Yeah.
yeah.
So they immediately shut it down. Like, the credit to the team. All right. I like teams that do this. They're like, something went wrong. We're shutting it down right now. Right. Love it. Um, but of course, that, people are quite disappointed with that, and they've been trying to fix it. They brought external help in to fix it. They haven't yet given us a date on
This
exactly
was
what time the reveal will happen.
this came out 20 hours ago, like we just said.
Yeah.
They're working with Deep Green AI.
Yeah. But look, to me, this is a great thing. All right. For someone who is super big on catching the dip, I mean, could you ask for a better situation?
This is so. I think you and me were talking about this. Like, we were talking about this before the show, and I'm gonna be doing some things. So,
You're gonna take the shopping cart.
pretty much. So, this is like my opportunity on mistake. It happened on mistake, so I might as well just like for me, just take what I could think is probably a potential maybe. But again, this is just my opinion. I do like the project, and I've been saying that I want to get in, and right now is for me the time to probably get in. It'll probably go lower. I'm not gonna lie. If this announcement takes a little bit longer than a week or 2 weeks, it could probably definitely hit 15 Solana somewhere there. And but I'm just gonna probably just enter in and become a part of the fam and see where the boat goes. Circa, what I mean.
Sorry, we can pass on to Circa. My bad.
Circa, I mean, you finally seen the art around here. We finally got a glimpse of the art, and basically it presented as it basically said. I think it looks sick. I just love how they look like. What do you say now after seeing a lot of this art? Like, look at this one.
I like it. It's really similar to the sneak peeks. I mean, I'm always worried when reveals take this much that the art is not okay because I get a little bit impatient, and most of the times I think I used to think that devs just don't have the art finished, and that's why they are delaying it. Here we know that it's because of a technical issue, not because the art isn't ready. And I like it. I really like the art. I enjoyed it. I remember how we talked about it was not possible for them to go sub 20, and now I see it going sub 20 and being a good opportunity to buy at least one.
Yeah, I mean, just for you watching out there, these projects, and I'm not talking about Oogy, I'm just saying in general. There are projects that just like don't come back. So we don't know, and we've been through there from the past, where we thought they'll come back and things just didn't go right. So again, this is just us talking on basically what we want to do, and it's definitely our opinion on what
of course,
what we see on this. So
Phil, ASP Rush is asking if you're still holding ABC.
Yeah, I am. I still have my ABC. I went all the way up to like 180. I actually tried to unstake it, and then there was like a 20-day unstake phase. so I didn't know that, and then like I was like, well, this definitely is not gonna happen after 21 days. And I just like restaked it and just kept it there, and here we are. Where is it at right now? I really don't know.
42.
It's 42.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Cool. There we go. But I do enjoy what ABC is, what the community is. To be honest, and it's one thing that I just probably be holding for a little bit more longer, just like with my Klanos and probably what could be potentially Oogy. But there you go. That's what's going on with me. So
All
as you
right.
probably already know, I tend to buy projects for a longer term than what most people do, and that is completely not great advice. So, so just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I
They've
would
done great.
say
Some of them have done great. Some of them have done bad. So, Circa,
I
go
would,
ahead.
yeah, I would say it depends on the project. I would say like 95, maybe even higher. 98% of the projects are not for the long run investment. They are just buy, hold it a little bit, and sell it with announcements, flip it. And with some projects like I don't know, Klanos, well, we've seen the Gods, SMBs, Taiyo. There's a few of them that yes, buying them and holding them was a good investment. But in most cases, I don't know. I wouldn't suggest to just
Yeah,
buy a
98%.
whole stuff.
Yeah,
I
98%
have
of
a
chance.
different opinion on that actually. My like that was always my opinion. Basically flip everything. But recently it's changed.
Yeah,
This is what I think. If you don't have as much soul, your job is to accumulate soul. All right. Once you have a lot of soul, then you can start accumulating assets, meaning buy and hold. But until that point, just flip everything. That's
I like
how
I like
that's sort of my
I like
perspective
that.
now.
I like that. That was kind of me. And then eventually I just kind of just like I don't know. I don't know what happened. I was just like, but just buy and whatever. Just here we go. But yeah, so we kind of went a little bit sidetracked. We were talking about oogies. We got some more art around here. Just look at this. I mean, you got some different ones. Just got this guy with the ship hat. You got this guy with the beanie, little cholo from the LA, and you got this Zoro dude. You got this hippie. You got this New Yorker here. You got this I would say maybe Seattle guy with a little bit of soccer love. This guy from Game of Thrones. You got all sorts of types of people. So I enjoy it. Let's see what else there is. And what I think is, I think they're gonna come back. Literally, the dude just quit his job, so I'm sure his back is on the wall here on this project. So that to me, those types of things are just like really just like makes me want to get involved with people like that because they're really putting 100% of what they have into these projects.
What is
So
partial royalty enforcement?
what?
Yeah, it's written
it says
partial.
the collection has both NFTs in the collection with royalties enforced and NFTs in the collection without
Ah,
royalties enforced.
because
But
So
they're all enforced.
no, maybe it's like kind of bugged because now you have revealed and unrevealed bots, so you have like both. I don't know if bots are for enforced royalties as well. Let me see.
They are.
uh,
They are.
They are. So it's just
there's both.
there must be an issue with the sign.
Yeah.
Most probably. But I will
Yeah.
say this: if Phil is right about Oogie and the trajectory that it can take in terms of maybe following a similar path to DGods, if you're a strong believer of that, I do recommend that during the reveal dump, maybe look for the more rarer skins and try to get good deals on those because we saw with DGods that once DGods broke that 100 200 soul floor, uh the sort of the really rare trades went for
Yeah.
about 2 to 3x the floor price, so
Yeah.
that's something to consider.
Yeah, once you get into blue chip, it doesn't even the floor doesn't even matter anymore. It's just all about the trades. It's more like Ethereum trading.
Yeah,
I
I agree.
I would say that like I'm a the only comparison to the gods is just building community and when I say the
Can I
gods
say something
trajectory.
bad?
No,
because
because I don't want.
because I have it have it right in my mouth, and I just want to say it because you say what and they have something similar to the delays.
I, I just I don't want to make it seem like they're following the same, the God's path on everything because they're completely different projects.
Yeah,
Oogy's like really building this brand. The Gods had this other path, but like the community vibe, the community growth is like the similar type. I feel that's like the one. That's like basically the only thing is how it's just growing. So, just to clear that up, So, all right. So we talked a lot about Oogies. I think that's enough. We'll see what happens with probably the next few days or a couple weeks or who knows 3 weeks, and we'll come back and see what's up with them. But we also have something else that we really got just like pretty much just like dab our fingers in. Taiyo pilots. What the hell? Soul investor. I mean, you can start that off, man, because I don't want to get involved in this.
Yeah. Look, it's a shame. It's a shame to see how the ecosystem is reacting at the moment to pilots. So I still haven't bought into pilots. I'm still sort of long-term bullish on them. I just haven't bought in yet because the price just isn't right at the moment. But Phil, can you enter? Yep, I was actually going to say that. I was actually opening on my computer as well. So
Yeah.
there's this influencer called Angelo, whatever his name is.
Zircon's
My
favorite
friend.
guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Zircon's favorite guy.
I
do
think
not
he
like that
unblocked. I
influencer.
think he blocked them, right?
We're besties. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a well-known paid shiller, and he shows everything. He makes some stupid calls. I don't know. I don't know why he's so popular, but it is what it is. Anyways,
To be
he put
fair, that's kind of how I started. I was in his Discord. I learned Solana. He's actually a pretty good guy.
Oh,
'cause
okay.
he let me in. He I was like really supportive because I got in Solana. I didn't know who Angelo was, and I was like, hey man, what's up? And I messaged him 2021, and he was like, hey, come in our Discord, and I got to know a few people there. But I didn't really look to his Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really been a fan of him. Similar to Zircon, we've never really. I don't know him personally. I've never spoken to him, so fair
No,
enough.
me neither.
But he put out a tweet saying, Pilot has done nothing over the past few months, and I think it's so unfair because Pilots has released a lot of stuff, but the price just hasn't followed it. So Tom put out a thread talking about all of the different things that has been happening in his ecosystem, the stuff that they've built, where they are now, etc., etc. Currently, they're working on some sort of traits decks. So it's basically a dex that allows you to buy and sell traits, and you can trade in either their graphite. So this is what it looks like. You can sort of buy different rates for your palettes. You can pay in Solana or you can pay in graphite. Yeah, it's kind of
that's
cool
pretty
actually.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like the 2.0 of what they did with Taiyo Robotics. I like it.
No, it's great. It's great. I think this is incredible. I don't think it's going to move price though, but I think it's awesome. So
Yeah.
even if it does move price, it'll probably move it by like 1 soul or 2 soul. I don't see it skyrocketing, by 20 soul. So, anyways, they're currently building this out. I think they're going to release this, and then they're going to do the art reveal for Rebels. I'm still waiting for prices to go lower. I personally think that if they keep doing this, if they keep building stuff like this, they're going to eventually build something that the ecosystem really likes, and the entire ecosystem is going to really admire. So once that happens, I think they're going to skyrocket. Personally, what I'm seeing from palettes is the floor price is going to keep dropping. It's going to stabilize at a certain point. And similar to geckos or DGods, after maybe 1 or 2 months, maybe even 3 or 4, then we'll see pilots really move. So I'm still waiting for a solid dip, and then I'm going to buy in, and I'm just going to end up holding like Phil.
Yeah, this is a
So
field
Yeah,
play.
that's a game plan.
you've talked a lot about Soul Portom, Taiyo Pilots, Taiyo Robotics. Like you've been a real big fan of their whole ecosystem, and that's why I actually learned a lot from was actually from you on everything. That's why I got my Taiyo oil, and
That
but
was such a good
there
trade.
was
That was such a
Yeah,
good trade.
yeah
such a
that
good
was
decision. I fade that
that
one.
was a interesting time frame, and
But Phil,
the
sorry,
the go ahead.
sorry, but before we move on, I do want to say that I mean we just looked at that dex. That dex looks awesome, and to have a team that can build stuff like this, it's not. There are very few teams in Solana that can do things like this, and especially in this time frame. So, I mean, this is why price keeps dropping. The ecosystem's mad at them, uh, but I'm still long term bullish. I just haven't entered yet.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the right price point.
I mean,
I
have you seen the casino they built for Citizens by Solstead? It's like 5 times better than every single casino I've seen on the casino made on Solana.
But why is it not out? Like I never knew about. Like I just heard about this just for the first time from you. Like
Yeah,
why is this
because
not advertised?
it's not yet released. I mean, we have early
Oh,
alpha
okay.
on the Citizens by Solstead Discord with a little, there you go, with the Minesweeper test, and apparently every single guy in the team has been able to test it
Oh,
out, and it really works. And I think Tom said that the actual things are like custom built for Citizens by Solstice. It's not like they bought a casino license and they're using that. They're building every single game from scratch.
there's one thing that I told you guys when he first started coming with the tile pilots and the whole graphite uh improvement. I I, I basically said that I was kind of worried that he was getting uh too many things on his hands. You got this, you got Solsteads, you got tile pilots, you got tile box, you got graphite. I mean, Elon Musk can only handle Twitter, Tesla, and SpaceX. I just
Only.
Only. Yeah.
I I it kind of comes back around to this again. Like, he finally put out a statement. It was the pilots were going down, people were getting upset, and he brought his updates up. But again, like that's still the concern. And it's not like it's just constructive criticism because Tom is a freaking legend as far as like being a businessman and bringing this project up. But maybe he is just focusing on this now, not going, expanding himself too much. But I mean, it's just one of the concerns that I've always just had, just seeing him push all these new products out. But for sure, Tile Pilots, I really think that's his number one baby.
Yeah.
And where is it at now? Like, is it at 10 Solana?
I think it's
It's
11.
around 10, 11 Solana right now.
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah,
weird because I don't know if you guys know a project called Cyberfrogs.
Yeah.
So Cyberfrogs, it had actually built like a ton of stuff. They built their own token. They built their own marketplace for tokens. They built some sort of trade swap thing. They built some sort of art upgrading. I don't know. They built like a bunch of different tools, and they were sitting sub 3 for the longest time. When they came out with this trading bot, they flew
Yeah.
from 3 to like 20, and I think that's what it's about. Like Tom's going to keep building stuff, building stuff, building stuff, building stuff, and he just needs that one product to really catch the attention of the market, and then it's going to fly. So get your entry right. Like I said, I still haven't bought in. When I buy in, I'm going to buy Rebels, but
Yeah.
it's probably going to go down for a little bit before it explodes. So that's still my thesis.
Yeah.
I
I'm on
finally
your side.
I finally saw the art on Tile Pods, and it just reminded me again on how much I just don't really enjoy the art. I mean, come on, guys! Like, let me show you real quick. I mean, is this really? I kind of wish it was better,
I like
man.
the one
I'm
that's
not
on the
gonna lie.
floor. No, I
I'm not
don't
gonna
think the
lie.
art's incredible, but I kind of like this one. I like the hair.
Man, I don't know, man. Just I
You know
really
what's wrong?
wish it was.
The sort of jawline thing. It's too long. Like there's something about that.
I feel like it's not enough detail. I feel like it just. I feel like it's so um computer animated. I don't know how to describe it. Like even though it's like used probably on Procreate, like it's digital. I feel like someone grabbed a color and just like dapped it in and just like put the brown everywhere. I don't
Like
feel like it was like
lacking on detail.
yeah, pretty much. And
That's fair.
and didn't
That's
he say
fair.
like he was working on the art or something to make it better?
I'm not sure about the enforcers. So that one that you just looked at. So this is a tweet by Anglio.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, not a hater, but pilots have done shit fuck since mint. I mean, that's bullshit. Like, I agree that they may have not performed as well, but to say they haven't done anything, I just think that's completely unfair.
Yeah. I mean that's damn. He got a lot of views on here. Holy
Yeah,
crap! I
so
didn't know
if
that many people were on Solana.
yeah, so if you scroll down, you'll see all the things that Tom's actually built.
Yeah,
They built
yeah,
one,
that's
two,
the
three,
post I
four, five,
saw.
six
Yeah,
apps.
yeah. And then he replied back, "Let's be honest, that regular NFT buyer has no interest. You need to focus on stuff that people are familiar and care. And once you get that part right, you can build anything you want. In my opinion." Damn.
Yeah, I
God
completely
damn.
disagree. People, the average NFT trader just worries on the floor price. They don't want tech build. They don't want anything. They just want the floor price to be high. I mean, if you're just doing some shitty token, but your floor price is 10x from the mint, they're okay with that, and that's wrong from my perspective. But since I blocked him because I don't like this kind of tweets, it's not like I care.
Man. Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
nothing wrong. I already said it. I think that Anglo is definitely a character. It's not like he's not like that on IRL. I mean, this is like an impersonation that he's doing on Twitter just to farm views. I don't think
I can believe that.
I don't think he's this dumb. I mean,
well, he did
he has
get
made a
48,000.
lot of money. Yeah.
Man. I guess that kind of well, all I was doing was just talking about the art, but man, he went freaking deep. Well, he didn't went deep. He just went. There was nothing deep, but
No, he was just weird. But here's the thing. I kind of agree with you. I'm not the biggest fan of the enforcers art. It's a funny shit talker. I can agree with that, and
yeah.
I think the funniest is probably Lollipop or Sean Villain.
Oh, yeah.
I sometimes like these kind of people on Twitter just to like really just like get things like out there. I don't know.
The
I like
person
the
who I
drama.
like, the person who I like a lot, and I think this is the best segue in podcast history. The person who I like a lot is Riku.
Oh,
Oh, Riku. Oh, so what happened? Tell me, because I gotta find this guy's Twitter. And I
So
don't know, Zerka, if you have it.
Riku's actually a friend. I met him in the Alpha Fires Discord, and I was actually hosting a space, and he was there when he posted this thread on HGE. And what's crazy is that Riku's been working on this for months, because I spoke to him last year, and he was telling me how he's working on some sort of HGE thread because HGE has done a crap ton of rugs.
So
Uh,
what was
so
so I guess like if you can bring that the basics, like what happened? What
So
occurred?
it's a ton of stuff. HG has been in the space since around 2014, from what Riku can tell, and since then he's carried out a ton of Bitcoin scams, a ton of ETH scams, a ton of what's this other chain? Polkadot scams, and Solana actually. So he scammed on all these four chains. And in fact, he's actually wanted by the Chinese government. And there may be other governments that are looking for him, but he's currently in hiding. Rumor has it that he's hiding in Thailand at the moment. And for anyone who actually finds him, just so you know, there's around a $2 million bounty on his head by the Chinese government if you find him.
Wow.
So there's something for you all. But he he's basically pumped and dumped a ton of different tokens. He's run a ton of bot scams. He's actually run a ton of investment scams, from what I can tell as well. And according to, if you go through the whole of Riku's thread, which is around 21 posts, and you start adding up all
There's
the
a lot.
numbers, dude, there's a lot. There's a lot here. And there's everything from him manipulating different token prices, dumping the H tokens, selling a ton of ABCs on each pump, so manipulating that market as well. Uh, Overall, he's banked around, it's an estimate of 10 to 20 billion dollars from his scams, and that
crazy.
quite literally makes it, as far as we know, the biggest scammer in cryptocurrency, which is
That's crazy.
wild.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen this is like a deja vu of my times of the on the Binance Smart Chain. This is like a Binance Smart Chain 101 lesson. This is what everyone did to actually made money. Just dump on tokens after pre-sales, just getting really cheap tokens on pre-sale and dumping them on the release. So it's like all over again. But I never knew anyone that did more than like 10 to 20K. This is crazy. This is crazy, a crazy amount of money out of scams.
So here's my question. Zircon, do you think HGE.Sol is a scammer or helping out the Solana NFT system?
I think it's both. I mean, if everything is true, I mean, he made a lot of money by scamming people, but he more or less carried the Solana ecosystem by injecting illegal money. It's like it's like if a guy that you don't know tells you, "Hey, I can help your business by giving you $10 million," and you don't know that that money is illegal, and you accept it because you think he's an actual investor. I mean, it's bad, but he actually helped the Solana ecosystem in a way.
Allegedly,
Interesting.
just so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I don't think I can financially tank a lawsuit from HGE.
I have an ABC.
Dude,
I'm pulling your back. Sorry, Phil.
Dude, I'm all over drama, man. MonkeDAO, SMEs, I'm ABCs. I mean, the gods use just I just don't know, man. I see the art. I'm like, oh, I like this project, and I go buy it, and then next thing you know, I find out this guy's like, oh, I don't know what to say, man. I'm about to buy Oogy. Maybe I'm a curse. Maybe there's something going on with them. But
first, we have to get if there's any illegal money behind them, and then you buy.
But honestly, like every time I'm buying something, I always feel like there's always someone throwing out something saying that this has gone down with this person. I feel like every project I buy, there's always something going on. So I don't know what to believe, man. I'm just because it's literally everything. It's just, dude. I guess I'm just gonna just do my part. just buy and sell what I can, and we'll go from there.
I would say that Riku is like the coffee Zilla of the Solana space. He doesn't
really.
Yeah, look, when it comes to any big story, you don't get everything 100% right. But Riku's got most of it right, in my opinion, in this case. And I have seen a lot of counterpoints, people nitpicking on the smaller things. Like I think uh, the wallets he showed of HGE selling ABCs, I believe that was Dino's wallet. And Dino is like the co-founder of OpenDAO, and it was Dino who was sort of manipulating that market. Every time it pumps, he was selling, and he was buying low, and whatever, right? It's obvious that HG is obviously involved in that, because how does a co-founder of OpenDAO trade this asset absolutely perfectly? It makes no sense. So they are small things, but overall, a lot of his
Oh
information is
damn.
correct, and it's super super interesting to
He
read
does a
this. And
lot of research.
Riku, dude, he was researching this for like 6 months. And honestly, before this thread came out, I did hear a lot of rumors that, HE, he ran a ton of scams, and that's how he became so rich. Of course, no one had ever compiled all of that information the way Riku has. So props to Riku. And even though HG has carried the Solana space in certain aspects, and he has done a lot of building in the Solana space. I mean, dude, like if Riku's numbers are right and it's up to 10 to 20 billion dollars, I think overall he's a net negative. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Interesting hot takes right here from Soul Investor and Zircon. Throwing it out there. That's where we got right now with the Solana NFT space. Like usual, it's not normal. I mean, it's normal. It's normal. Every week it's like this with something new going on. So, all right. So, pretty much I think we gotta wrap this up with Mad Lads. Mad Lads is an NFT project that is coming out on Solana. Zircon, you have been talking about this for probably, I think last week you mentioned it again. I
Yeah.
almost lost it, man. I almost lost it in my bag. I came back around it. I realized what I missed, man. I mean, talk to us about this. Like, I know you got some stuff on the art around here.
Yeah, I mean, I like the art, and the only thing that confused me a lot was because this project uh, changed its name like 3 times. Because at the beginning it was just Backpack because of XNFT Backpack, the actual wallet. Then they swapped to another name that I don't remember, and that's where I lost track of them. And then all of a sudden, I see everyone talking about Mad Lads, Mad Lads, Mad Lads. I say, what is even this project about? And once I opened their Twitter handle, it was like, oh, this is XNFT again, but now they are called Mad Lads, and they have the art revealed. I mean, this is I would say this one is one of those mints that is just a safe bet. I already DM'd Armani to see if he can pop up on the podcast. He hasn't replied yet, so hopefully he will. But yeah, I really like the art. I enjoy the art. I think they're gonna do well, and I'm just trying to get my whitelist for this one.
Yeah, I mean, the dude, this is my favorite right here. This is the one I like the most. It's just I don't know what it is, but it pops up with those green eyes, and just the look of this
Yeah,
girl is just it's insane, man. I completely agree. Just and the thing is, like, I lost it because like what you said. They changed the name, and I just completely forgot where it was and where what was doing. And then when this came out and it said back, then I realized, okay, I get it now. Soul Investor, you got the invite code for this. Have you played around with it?
I have. It's really nice. It's it's really smooth. Only complaint is that every time you click off it, it logs you out, and then you got to log back in. And that's my only complaint with it. And if that's your only complaint with it, you know that they've done a fantastic job.
Yeah, I mean, I have it right
They was
here.
testing it out.
This is actually like my test wallet right here, and you can see like it's got the different apps right here, which is completely different from Phantom. You can look at prices, crazy things, just never thought you could do in the wallet. Obviously it's kind of slow right now. It's probably just my computer because I'm streaming everything, but you have the NFTs as well. and I got my cat punking here. It was like my testing. You don't look at that project. Don't look what the floor price is at right there. But just I really enjoy it myself. I can't wait to see what else they got in stores on this whole wallet, which they actually call backpack because it's bigger than a wallet. So overall, let's see what happens here. Mad Lads is the next big project that I am completely looking forward to. As I would say the number one right now, right? Am I wrong? Am I right? Or right now?
Yeah,
As
I think
this,
so.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so. I would say yes. Yeah, I was just thinking before saying yes, but yeah, I think so.
yeah, because
Phil, I
I
actually got a
don't.
question for you when it
Yeah.
comes to Mad Labs. So I've actually spoken to Amani on a Twitter space, and
How do
he
you
said
speak to all
that
these people, man? You got these connections. Like this is. Go ahead.
it's just right place, right time.
Right place. Like there's no big deal. Right place, right time. Just all right.
Yeah, so the NFT will have zero utility. It's all about community. There is zero utility tied to it, according to Amani. If that is true, what are your thoughts on a zero utility, uh, but only community NFT by these guys?
So the way I read it on this project was that they basically built out the product, which was backpack, and it's out before an actual art around it. Unlike most projects where like they do art and then they're like, oh, by the way, we got this product here and this is yada yada yada. I I see it as basically involved with backpack, even though it's not part of backpack. It's like the art side of it. It's the art side of backpack. So in a way, it's the community of backpack involved within this, basically, um, um, yeah, being part of it, I guess. So it is like a project in some sense, but it's not. But the backpack is it. That's it. It's backpack. Did it make sense?
Kinda.
Makes sense. Do you think that without utility, it can sustain a high flow price with only a focus on community?
I think it'll have. I think there'll be more things. I think. I think there'll be more things in the future with this. Even though it's just art, I think just backpack building out itself. I think it's just it'll no matter what, it'll be connected to it.
Hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's just connected to backpack. It's the community of backpack, the first OGs around it. If it builds out,
That's fair. That's fair.
so whatever backpack does, the community and Mad Labs will just be a part of that venture. So yeah, I think as far as the floor price, I can't really tell, man. I can't really tell on how backpack will perform. It just depends on what backpack performs. Honestly, even though Armani says it's not like it's just art. I mean, it's connected. Armani's probably just gonna say that, but I mean, it's connected. I mean, what?
Yeah. I'm gonna say that we've seen projects done the same exact thing without a company, or let's say not company, but without anything else to be attached to. So it's gonna be easier to hold to the floor price, but I don't know if it's gonna just pump by itself. I don't think so. I mean, for me, it's gonna be more like a pump on the mint, reveal, yada yada yada. Then it's gonna dump and it's gonna be holding at some price, but it's not gonna pump just because of backpack. That's what I think.
Yeah, I like the question. It was a really good question.
Tricky.
Yeah. And the other thing is, there's not going to be much Twitter engagement involved with Mad Lads, probably, because they're more involved in the dev side of things and they're really focused on
Yeah.
backpack. And it's just going to be something that's just going to be an aside, maybe like a Magic Eden
Yeah.
type of NFT where Magic Eden has its NFT, but they're really involved in their project that they don't really shield their NFT and
It's like
tweet about
Phantom.
it. Yeah.
Same case as
So,
Phantom.
so it's gonna be
Makes
quite
sense.
interesting on how this works out because we probably won't see a pump per se around this. It'll accrue on its own if the project grows, if backpack grows. But
That's right.
overall, we have Soul Investors. I mean, your last words on that. We gotta have your last words.
Dude, this is where I go blank because I know how to value utility. I don't know how to value community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to see. I think it'll be. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm going to put it as that. I really don't want to speculate on this because it's just not my forte.
Good to go. Now the last thing before we close out, the mint. Misfits is coming out. We tagged them. I'm sure they're excited on our review. Our reviews are usually quick and fast. They're not full detail, but this is our first time seeing this. Misfits is a brand that is created by leveraging the power of Web3 and that is co-created by the community it serves. All right, they have a actual website and
That's nice.
they have 16 mutual following here. So it looks like things are kind of pacing itself. Where you've totally ahead of schedule. Okay, we're early. Cool. so they have this type of art right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really, I guess, enjoy it, but I
Yeah.
don't. But you guys just quickly looking at this, what do you think of it? Where is this going? And skipping out utility, just basic on what's happening right now without utility and all that we don't know yet. Boom.
Okay.
Zircon.
I get their what they're trying to focus. I think that the NFT is not well done yet because I like that one, the one that is sitting, but that's not the NFT. That's just some piece of art that they made, and it's really cool. But if you check the NFTs, I don't know. It's like missing something. So I would say, look at that one. That one is really good as well. And that one, I like the pieces of art they made. I don't like the NFT. They have to improve the NFT. They have. I think like the concept on the art base is not well executed on the NFT.
Soul investor. And again, we don't know what the utility is. We don't know any of that stuff.
No,
We're just
we're
looking at
talking.
this quickly on
Yeah.
what we have right now.
Sorry, Phil, do you mind scrolling down?
Yeah, right here.
Lower to one of their
It's
NFTs.
we have stars sending out invites. We're about to drop the
Lower,
details. We have
lower.
an honor for a
There,
misfit.
that one. Okay, so this reminds me of the same style as experiments. The
Yeah.
body facing one way, the head
Yeah.
facing the other way. I get that they've gone for like that 90s cartoon look. I don't fully appreciate it, to be honest. They need to improve it. I don't know what it is that's not vibing with me. First of all, that style, that's not vibing with me. Experiments tried it. It was kind of okay from experiment side. I just don't think it was it. I think these guys have done a worse version of it, unfortunately. But they seem to have caught some attention. So I'll be interested to jumping onto their Discord later on today and just seeing what they have to offer. But I'm just not feeling the arts.
Yeah, you got you
Yeah.
got Ravi following this, which is he's a big player. You got Bunjil in this. You got Jay Pegler. You got JB.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
Dara Sensei.
Knock Straits.
We were talking about him earlier. Dara Sensei. We were talking about him earlier.
Darren Sensei. I mean, I think it's something to just check out, see what's going on behind the scenes, what's brewing behind the soup. There's gotta be something else. I don't know what it is, but the just on the front page, just on their facade, on the first page of the book, I really am not a fan of the art. I think it's a little bit too basic. But
Mhm.
the way they basically have brought people here, I'm interested in what's going on. So we'll see. We'll definitely look into the Discord and see what's up here. But yeah, that's basically everything on that as well. But still, Mad Lads is right now holding the title as the project to look forward to. I'm still waiting to see what other project there are. That is basically everything we have. Make sure you mint that like buttons, that subscribe button. Comment below anything you want us to talk about in the future as well. We enjoyed you joining us on this show. Definitely a great show on everything that has happened in NFTs. We go live Tuesdays and Thursdays. Join our Discord below. We chill and chat in there every so often. It gets crazy, but not too crazy. but again, thank you and much love and peace.